Hey guys, welcome back. I've got a lot to talk about, so let's just do this. Where do we want to start? There's a few eyeshadow palettes, so let's just dive in there, shall we? So up first is from an indie brand called Be Elegant Cosmetics, or Belegant. I'm gonna guess it's Be Elegant, because Belegant just doesn't sound right. Be Elegant is how I'm gonna say it. At any rate, they are releasing a Halloween palette, and it looks beautiful. It looks so different and unique. There's a lot of really cool colors in there. The matte orange, the dark green beside it, the light green above it. There's the black, and then the one to the left of the black looks really interesting. So this is a palette that really does intrigue me. I haven't used any of their pressed shadows, but I do have two of their loose pigments. I have Neon Pink and Neon Orange. I did do a look with them fairly recently and posted it to Instagram. I'll just stick it right here. They blended really nicely and the pigmentation was quite intense. So I think that their pressed shadows would be very impressive as well. So I'm really interested in this. I just popped over to their website to see the price on this palette because I am so interested in it that I want to order it, but it's $54 US. When you factor in the exchange rate, the shipping, and the customs fees, that quickly becomes about $100 Canadian. As beautiful as it is, I don't think I'll be spending $100 on this. Juicy Couture has cosmetics. This I did not know. I knew they had fragrance, I knew they had clothing, all that kind of thing, but I didn't know they had makeup until I stumbled across the display today when I was at Shoppers Drug Mart. So they have bullet lipsticks that have glitter all the way around the outside of the actual lipstick itself, so a little bit of that glitter transfers on when you apply it. They have glosses, there was an eyeliner, there was a goldeny, glittery lip topper, and then there was a palette. So I didn't buy any of the lip products, but I did buy the eyeshadow palette. And it is pretty much all satiny, shimmery tones. There are 10 shadows and then 2 blushy highlighter kind of deals over here. And I just thought it looked really fun. It's not what I would consider to be a standalone palette, but it looked like a fun little addition to my collection, and I kind of just wanted to try them out, to be honest. So, I've got a cat hair on my finger. Come on. So there are some of the shades here. This is one of the highlighting shades, and then obviously shadows over here. And they are quite smooth, quite reflective. I haven't had a chance to play around with it yet. That one was a little bit powdery, saw it fall down. So I'm not quite sure how it's going to perform, how they're going to last throughout the day, all that kind of thing. But if you want to see an actual review, let me know. Otherwise, I'll probably post about it on Instagram at some point. But I bought all the palettes today. Like I went a little crazy on makeup purchases today. So at any rate, that's not the point of this video. The point is that Juicy Couture has a limited edition collection out, and I found it at Shoppers Drug Mart. I believe their Instagram said it's available in Macy's down in the States, so if you're interested, go and check it out. Let's take a break from eyeshadow and move over to the prettiest packaging of life. This is from Dolce & Gabbana. These are their liquid lipsticks, the Dolcissimo. I don't know how to say that. That's sure. They are beautiful. Look at the rose package. Like it just, I don't even really care how much it costs. I want one. It's so pretty. And the shades themselves look really pretty as well. I think I would probably buy one of the more neutrally nudish kind of tones because I would want to wear this all the time. I would just love to just kind of sit in a restaurant and be like, and get all sorts of attention on me and be like, oh, look at my pretty lipstick. Oh, it's so beautiful. Because this is how I apply lipstick, apparently. It's well done. Dolce & Gabbana, stellar packaging. It's beautiful. Fenty Beauty is releasing mini fairy bombs in 3 different shades. So if you'll recall, they released their original fairy bomb, was it spring? Sure, I can't remember. Came with a gigantic puff, and then the powder itself and everything was horribly expensive, at least in my opinion, for what it was. These are going to be more miniature sized, and they are 25 Canadian on the Sephora website. There is a pink gold one, a goldish tone, and then more of a copper kind of shade, so there's something for every skin tone. I think they're going to be beautiful. They are hyper reflective, and I think they're going to just be stunning. Okay, Sephora has released yet another one of their pro palettes. So this is the Editorial 2.0, and I saw it in store today, and it's pretty eye-catching. I swatched, not the whole thing, but I swatched quite a few shades, and there's some really unique colors in there. Those, like there's the yellow, and then the shade beside it is this like horrific diarrhea green, which I think would actually translate into being a very beautiful shade once it's mixed and blended onto the eyes. Some of those shades along the bottom row have like a duochrome effect to them. The red that you see second from the top right, it's like a vibrant, true toned red, and it was stunning. The mattes that I swatched were beautiful. There was no patchiness to them. They were very smooth. And then the shimmer ones that I did swatch were also just like cream on your hand. They were beautiful. This retails for $85 in stores here in Canada. I think it's $68 in the States, and it's not a bad deal because you're getting a ton of shades in there, and there were some very unique tones in there. It's on my loves list right now. I didn't buy it today, but I'm hemming and hawing pretty hard about it. ColourPop is now releasing their foundation in stick format in 30 shades. I haven't tried their no filter foundation. I do have the no filter concealer, and I really do quite like that, but I haven't tried the foundation yet. I'd love to hear your thoughts. If you have used it, do you like it? For me, stick foundation's not really my go-to. I think I have 1, maybe 2 in my collection, definitely 1. And it's just not something that I tend to reach for because it feels heavy on my skin, so I would want to hear some reviews on this before I purchased it, although the price point is going to be in and around, I imagine, like the $10 mark, so it's not going to be a huge investment, but I want to hear reviews before I get too excited about that. Sydney Grace Cosmetics is coming out with their first palette. I think they're very well known for their single eyeshadows. I have never actually used any of them, but I do know that they have a very solid fan base, and people speak very highly of the quality of their shadows. And by all accounts, from what I've read on the comments below their post about their new palette coming up, everybody seems very excited about it. And looking at the shades that have been released so far, I'm pretty stoked about it as well. It looks so pretty, so seasonally appropriate. The nice, warm, rich tones. It just looks so pretty. Mix of mattes and shimmers. I have no idea what their price point is. It is something that I'm going to be keeping my eye on because I really like it. It's really pretty, just what they've released so far. I like every single one of those shades, and customs be damned, I may just have to bite the bullet and order this one. Jaclyn Hill has recently released a new collaboration, and this time it's not with Morphe. This time she's collaborating with Quay Australia to release a collection of sunglasses. Perhaps it's Quay Australia, but I'm pretty sure that word is pronounced Quay. There are 7 different designs available, and they all retail for $65 US each. I have tried to order from Quay before, and the shipping costs were just a little excessive to bring them up to Canada. I'm not sure what it's like in the States or whether they have free shipping over a certain amount. Some of these actually do look really pretty. I like the bottom right and the one above it in particular. The one on the top right is just not my style. That just wouldn't suit me. But those bottom 2 on the right, I do like. I don't know that I'm going to buy them, but I think they're pretty. I'm happy to see her collaborate with a different brand. I'll leave it at that. Last but not least, let's talk about the MAC Holiday Collection. So they have come out with the Shiny Pretty Things collection. There are lipsticks, lip glosses, mini lipstick sets. There are pigments and glitters and bears oh my. There's a ton of stuff. There is something for everybody. I have actually ordered a couple things. So I ordered the face compact in the shade Fair. I just think it looks really pretty. I don't know if it's the design on the powders themselves. The tones look really pretty. I've never really used much in the way of MAC aside from their lipsticks, so I'm excited for this one to arrive and for me to play around with it. I also ordered the Smoky Eyeshadow Palette. So I'm looking forward to getting an actual MAC palette, not a collaboration with anybody else, just good old MAC palette to see whether or not I like it. I don't know. I like that this one's cool toned. I love the two, like the greenish tone and the bright blue. I'm just excited to play around with it and see what I actually think of MAC eyeshadows because I know they're fairly iconic. I just want to see if I like it. So I have ordered that one. There was another palette that I was hemming and hawing about, and it is the, I don't know what the name of it is. It's the warmer toned one. I'll put the picture in here. I really did consider briefly ordering both of them, but I do not need both of them, so I stuck to the cooler toned one just for something different. And I have my eye on some of the lipsticks as well, and I like that they're going for just plain silver packaging. I think it looks very classic and very pretty. So I'm excited about the purchases that I made, and I will be going and checking out the lipsticks in store as well because there's one or two shades that I kind of have my eye on, and I'd like to swatch them and see. Anytime there's a metallic finish, I want to see just how metallic it is, and the red one does have a metallicized finish to it, so I'd like to swatch it before I order it. And that rounds out this week's collection of new releases. So please let me know down below what it is that you are excited about. Are there any particular holiday releases that you can't wait to get your hands on? Are you kind of over the releases? Just whatever you want to say, I'd love to hear from you. And I want to thank you, as always, for taking the time to watch. I will see you in my next video. Until then, just be a decent human being. Bye for now.